Imagine an empire so vast that no matter where the sun moved in the sky, it was always shining on its land, from the frozen landscapes of Canada to the burning plains of Africa, from the crowded cities of India to the distant islands of the Pacific. This was not just an empire, this was global dominance. This was the British Empire. It all began with a small island nation, the United Kingdom, in the 16th century. Surrounded by powerful rivals like Spain and France, Britain turned to the seas. Its ships sailed into unknown waters, driven by ambition, trade, and the hunger for power. At first, they came as traders, but they stayed as rulers. Organizations like the East India Company played a crucial role. What started as business quickly turned into control. Nowhere was this more evident than in India, the richest colony, often called the jewel in the crown. As decades passed, Britain expanded across continents. By the 19th century, it had become the largest empire in human history, controlling nearly a quarter of the Earth's land and ruling over hundreds of millions of people. Its territories stretched across Canada, Australia, and vast regions of Africa. If you looked at a world map back then, British-controlled lands were everywhere. And that's why people said the sun never sets on the British Empire, because when night fell in one part of the empire, the sun was rising in another. But behind this global dominance, there was another story. An empire built not only on power, but on control, exploitation, and inequality. In India, raw materials were extracted and sent to Britain, while local industries were weakened. Economies were reshaped, not for the benefit of the people, but for the empire. In Africa, borders were drawn without understanding cultures or communities, lines that would later cause conflict for generations. Yes, the empire brought railways, legal systems, and global trade networks, but it also brought famine, heavy taxation, and a loss of independence for millions. For those living under its rule, this was not just governance, it was domination. And no domination lasts forever. Resistance began to rise. In 1857, a massive rebellion broke out in India, one of the first major challenges to British rule. Though it was suppressed, it marked the beginning of a larger struggle for freedom. Years later, leaders like Mahatma Gandhi would rise, choosing non-violence as a weapon against one of the most powerful empires in history. Across continents, voices grew louder. Colonies demanded independence. The idea of freedom could no longer be controlled. Then came the turning point, World War II. The war drained Britain's economy, weakened its global control, and changed the balance of power in the world. And slowly, the empire began to fall. In 1947, India gained independence, a moment that shook the foundation of British rule. Soon after, nations across Africa and Asia followed. One by one, the empire dissolved. What once covered the globe was now fading into history. Today, the legacy of that empire still remains in language, culture, and political systems. Many former colonies are now part of the Commonwealth of Nations, a symbolic connection to a shared past. But the impact of the empire is complex. For some, it represents progress and global connection. For others, it is a reminder of exploitation and lost freedom. An empire where the sun never set eventually found its own sunset, and its story still shapes our world today.